In today's video, we got Charleston White just got canceled for doing something really bad. Let's get into it.
Charleston White currently has everybody on the internet really pissed, like really pissed. And it's all because of his comments on Kairen Lacy. Now, if you guys are not familiar with who Kairen Lacy is, Kairen Lacy was a college football star. He was supposed to go to the NFL. But right before he was supposed to go to the NFL, he got arrested for negligent homicide.
Well, tonight, former LSU wide receiver Kairen Lacy turned himself in on charges related to a hit and run that killed a man.
Now, listen, I'm not one to judge somebody because you never know somebody's situation, right? But I take it as if you're in the college football, you're a star gang. What are you doing? Like, seriously. Like, I feel like more people should have more guidance and not be doing certain things. Like, I feel like people should be having people in a corner on some shit like, hey, bro, you tripping. Like, let me handle that. You feel me?
Lacy declared for the draft after graduating in December. Now he could be charged with negligent homicide. Good evening and thanks so much for watching. I'm Whitney Miller. Lacy bonded out of jail less than 2 hours after turning himself in. We were the only news outlet there as he arrived at the Lafourche Parish Sheriff's Office. You can see him enter the building and speak with several state troopers, then get led to the back. The crash happened last month in Jack Bay. State police say a Dodge Charger was driving southbound on Highway 20. The driver sped up and crossed into the northbound side to pass multiple cars in front of them, even though it was a no passing lane. A car in the northbound lane stopped to avoid being hit, which caused the car behind them to swerve and hit another vehicle head on. The Charger sped off and 3 people from 2 of those cars were taken to the hospital. One 78-year-old man, Herman Hall, died not long after.
So they got into a crash. Okay, so my fault. I automatically thought it had to do with some type of violence or something, but so they got into a car crash and they drove off. Why drive off? Like, I think some people don't necessarily think in certain situations. Like, sometimes, bro, you just got to be cool, chill, and just relax. Like, bro, I feel like he probably wouldn't have gotten this much trouble if he would have never drove off in the first place. Like, am I tripping or tell me in the comments. Let me know what y'all think, because this is crazy.
Investigators identified the Charger as belonging to Kairen Lacy. State police issued an arrest warrant for him, and tonight he turned himself in. Authorities tell us he faces charges of negligent homicide, felony hit and run, and reckless operation.
Kairen was a star in college, right? He was supposed to get drafted like late first round pick, early second round. But after this incident, it was pretty much expected he was probably going to go in the later rounds, if not undrafted. But there were still hopes for the NFL.
Wait, so after the crash happened, like all of this happened, he still was gonna be able to get in the league? Or, like, I'm kind of lost. Hold on.
Now, nobody really had the full story, to be honest. It was Kairen Lacy's word versus the eyewitnesses, because when the police came, the eyewitnesses identified him as the vehicle that was swerving in front of everybody that led to the crash. So fast forward, right? This happened December. Fast forward to April. 11 days before the NFL draft, before Kairen will figure out what his future is going to be. Is he going to get drafted, or is he going to try to fight his way onto a team, rather through practice squad, undrafted free agency, et cetera, et cetera? But Kairen Lacy unfortunately took his life 11 days before the NFL draft.
Oh, okay. Okay, my apologies. I know what this is about. Wait, no. Wait, is this a different person or is this the same person? Because I do remember somebody from LSU life getting took, but is this the same situation where the cop wanted the witness to make a false statement and the witness was saying he didn't do that? Is this that same situation or is this a different person? Because if this is a different person, some in Louisiana going on, that's crazy, bro.
Because he had another incident. He had a incident with a family member.
Okay, so this is the same person. Okay.
He fired a gun at the ground. Family members called the police. He fled into the vehicle. When the police found him, he was dead.
A former LSU wide receiver who was facing criminal charges in Louisiana died during a police pursuit right here in Houston. Now, here's what the Harris County Sheriff's Office is telling us tonight. It started after 11 Saturday night. Deputies with the Precinct 4 Constable's Office were called to a weapons disturbance. Apparently, Lacy was having an argument with a family member when he fired a gun into the ground. Now, by the time deputies arrived, Lacy had left. 20 minutes later, a unit spotted Lacy's vehicle and tried to stop him. There was a chase that went on for several miles, but ended when Lacy crashed along Aldine Westfield Road. When deputies were getting him from the vehicle, they found what appeared to be a self-inflicted gunshot wound. HCSO believes the shot was fired during the chase. We're told an autopsy will be conducted on Lacy's body. Also, the Civil Rights Division of the Harris County District Attorney's Office will review the results of the investigation once it's finished, which is standard procedure when a death occurs during an attempted arrest.
Okay, first and foremost, condolences out to all loved ones of this person. You know, all of this should be taken very seriously. And obviously, this isn't a joking matter, talking on somebody's death or anything. But I'm gonna say this, okay? My thing is, bro, you're going to the league. Like, I feel like some people, they get so caught in, and this isn't me bashing nobody. I feel like some people get caught in the life just happens so fast, you know, like you start off as a kid and then boom, you just here, you know? And it's just like, I feel like a lot of things just happen so fast. And sometimes I even feel like some people don't be expecting to make it as far as they've made it. And sadly, this person here has lost his life. May rest in peace to him. And I just hope a lot of more athletes, a lot of more people, young people, if y'all watching this, y'all learn from this, and some of y'all just need to stay in the crib, bro. Like, you feel me? I don't know too much on the situation, so I ain't gonna speak too much on it. But let's get back to it.
Here's the thing. The incident that led to him losing his life took place after he pulled a gun out on a family member, shot it to the ground, and then did the police chase. But a lot of people really believe, and I'll be real, I don't think they're wrong for believing this, that he would still be alive if he wasn't accused of negligent homicide. If the negligent homicide arrest didn't happen, he wouldn't have felt like this incident with the family member was his last straw, so he had to go, right? And that's the belief. And because that's the belief, a lot of people was irate and angry when new evidence arise proving that Kairen Lacy was not responsible for the car accident that led to.
That's exactly what I was talking about. False accusation. And I think I think law, government, whoever runs this shit, I think they need to do better at picking people as officers, picking people as investigators, because at the end of the day, some people are targeted. Some people are going to hate on you, and some people are most definitely don't want to see you win, especially if you're doing better than them and you're younger than them and you make more money than them. So it's a very corrupted game. And it's just sad that this happened and somebody really went out of their way to try to accuse a young man for this type. You get what y'all get what I'm talking about. And I think he should, for sure, some type of way, some type of punishment should be served. That's most definitely.
Those deaths, that he was actually 75 feet away from the accident. So there's no way he could have caused it, and his arrest was false. And that pissed off a lot of people.
That's right. So Kairen Lacy's attorney says that he looked at every piece of evidence, including surveillance video, body cam footage, and the investigative report by the Lafourche Parish District Attorney's Office. During that interview shared with us by Homa TV, the attorney says reports between the District Attorney's Office and state police do not add up. During a recent interview on Homa TV, former LSU football star Kairen Lacy's attorney, Matt Ory, says data and surveillance video shows Lacy was more than 70 yards away from a collision on State Highway 20 in Lafourche Parish that killed 78-year-old Herman Hall in December of 2024.
At the time of impact.
Okay, but my thing is there was no cameras or nothing. Like, bro, come on, bro. You're telling me there's no cameras around that you can't see whereabouts, the areas? Like, that's crazy, bro. That's really crazy.
He's 72. 0.6 yards behind the vehicles at the time of impact.
Following that wreck, Lacy was accused of being at fault for the crash and turned himself in to state police in January on counts of negligent homicide, felony hit and run, and reckless operation of a vehicle. At the time of his arrest, Louisiana State Police stated that Lacy, who was driving a green Dodge Charger, illegally passed multiple vehicles, causing a vehicle traveling in the opposite direction to avoid Lacy by swerving and crashing head-on into the vehicle that Herman Hall was a passenger in. Ori says Lacy was too far away to have any effect on the crash.
Kairen Lacy didn't.
Yeah, that's not making no sense, bro. 75 yards away, another vehicle swerved. You tell them you can't get your car back in. I don't know. Some ain't adding up, bro. And this is what I tell y'all. Like, people really do be getting targeted. Seriously.
In fact, passed 4 cars. There's no disputing that. Further north, Kairen Lacy passed 4 cars. However, he was back in his lane of travel, 92.3 yards. Back in his lane, behind Mr. Hall.
In a statement sent to WWL Friday night, Louisiana State Police said in response to the Homa TV interview in part, investigative findings revealed that Mr. Lacy's reckless driving while approaching oncoming traffic led to the events of the crash.
The very last line of the report from the district attorney's office says, the evidence submitted in the crash report does not support that Kairen Lacy should have known that his actions were the cause of the crash that happened approximately 72 yards in front of him.
This pissed off a lot of people. And
Two, bro, whoever investigated and did this false accusation needs to serve time, bro. I'm sorry. They need to serve time because this is really fucked up, bro. Like, dead ass.
people were literally taking to social media to call for any and everyone who had a role in this to be disciplined. One user says, Tyler Warner deserves jail time for his role in the death of Kairen Lacy. False accusations and illegal investigation tactics directly led to Kairen taking his life. He shouldn't be able to be a cop anymore. Despicable. Another user wrote, how about a Kairen Lacy Act? These police need to go to prison when they lie on government records and use coercion tactics.
For sure. They most definitely need to serve some type of time. And honestly, if you cause the death of somebody, like this kid turned himself in, come on, bro. If somebody was really guilty, why is somebody gonna turn themselves in? This kid is a college football player about to go to the league, and you just ruined his life. You need to serve do something. You need to be fired and serve time. Seriously. And it's crazy. Sad.
So this user believes that the police coerced the witness into naming like Kairen Lacy's vehicle. Another user posted a picture of the DA and they captioned it, this is the DA in the Kairen Lacy case who decided to proceed with charges after seeing this evidence. Hashtag Kairen Lacy, hashtag justice. Another user was hoping that Kairen Lacy's family bankrupts the state of Louisiana, stating, this is unbelievable. For the most part, people believe that Kairen Lacy was dealt a bad hand. And because of that bad hand, he's no longer with us. And people like Van Lathan, and he posted, this makes me so angry. And for the most part, this was one of the topics, especially, bro, in like this current climate where it's heavily political. This was one of those things that it felt like everybody was united on. Well, everybody besides Charleston White, all right? Because while people is grieving Kairen Lacy, Charleston White has a opposing view on this Kairen Lacy situation.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. Charleston White, I ain't gonna lie, sometimes he be making sense on some aspects of things, but sometimes I do think Buddy do gotta learn to just chill, you know? Because luckily he's been getting around safely, but it's gonna be the wrong one he gonna piss off, and especially somebody grieving. Like I always say, y'all don't play about death. Y'all don't toy with nobody if they lost a loved one, because you don't know how that can affect them and how that karma can come back on you, bro. Seriously. Because God watches everything.
And here's what he had to say.
Kairen Lacy, he done been found innocent, and he done guaranteed a trip to hell. A weak ass, he know he innocent. For to kill my motherfucker. That and fuck his mama and anybody else.
You see what I'm talking about, bro? Like, I ain't gonna lie, like, this ain't cool, bro. Like, this man is a grown man. Probably in his 50s, about to hit his, he might be in his 60s, who knows? But you shouldn't talk about nobody like this, bro. This dude, he's like probably damn near the same age as me. Probably is the same age as me. And you talking about somebody who lost their life due to a false accusation, and you don't even know what's going on, but you saying fuck his mom, family, like, come on, bro. I think that's belittle of any human to do, and I really do think it's childish as well.
Who supported him. Everybody who mad about Kairen Lacy. He was a weak ass nigga. He's supposed to die.
Austin has said in the past that he has made millions of dollars off of rage baiting and pissing off people. But this is one of those things, but especially when we're dealing with something as sensitive as death, as sensitive as, I don't know, man, a young man with that much promise who wasn't gangbanging, who wasn't in the streets.
That's facts.
He was a football player. In this situation, man, I just don't see like the reward or benefit that comes from this, right? Because I don't feel like the people who are grieving like Kairen Lacy online, there's not really, like, for example, if you want to rage bait to where, for example, right, if you're rage baiting less,
I feel like rage baiting should only, like, okay, cool, you rage baiting to get your views, to obviously piss people off, because that's what rage baiting is. But I do feel like you should draw the line. I think everybody should draw the line on rage baiting, on certain things you should say. Like, I feel like certain things should definitely be off limits and shouldn't be cool to say. And you most definitely should get canceled if you say some out of line shit, because that's out of pocket and that's not cool whatsoever.
say Republicans, well, there's a bunch of Democrats who are going to support you and put money in your pockets because of it, right? If you're rage baiting, like, let's say King Von or dead rappers, there's a large majority of hip hop fans who will put money in your pocket because they're anti-streets, they're anti-gang. This Kairen Lacy situation is really about injustice. There's not really like a supporting, like, probably like what, like Rep the Blue. There's not really like a supporting group for this take. But Charleston White is still going along with it. Now, he will say F. Kairen Lacy's mom, which is crazy, right?
There should be a group for this, though. Like, the same way there was a group for George Floyd, there should be a group for this too, bro. And I'm not saying like there should be like a marching, but come on, man. This should really be some type of program foundation that comes together, and they should stop this, because this is not okay. This is a lot of families, promising futures, generations that have been altered due to another individual who decided to make false accusations, not even knowing this kid from a can of paint. That's fucked up. That's not cool at all.
And that pissed off a lot of people. He said F his mom and F anyone who supports him. Now, Charleston White's reason for saying F Kairen Lacy is he believes that how Kairen Lacy went out was weak. And if he believed he was truly innocent, he should have fought it out. But bro, not everybody is as strong as,
and not that's facts. And not everybody knows what that man specifically, what he was dealing with mentally. You don't know. He's black. He's an athlete. His projection is he did it. He's guilty. Think about it, bro. Like, people got to really start thinking before they speak up on a situation they don't know about. And also, people need to start putting themselves, everybody needs to start putting themselves in other people's shoes. If you put yourself in other people's shoes, I promise this world will be a different place.
as some of us, right? Like, not everybody like has the mental capacity to deal with that. And I don't feel like shaming people in their death is the best way to have these conversations, right? I think offering up resources, offering up honest and open discussions about it, but not this route, man. This is wrong.
As you talking about, it was meant for him to die. He's not going to hell. Anybody who commits is going to where, boy and girl. Hey.
Okay. Now, biblically term, it's sad to say, and anybody who's watching, if this your family member, it is sad to say, but it's true in the Bible, committing suicide. It's facts, but at the same time, that's not for you to judge. You don't know what God has in store for him. So you don't really know. I mean, and at the end of the day, these are things you shouldn't just blatantly speak out and disrespect his family like that in the public's eye. Honestly.
Where he's gonna ride his boys and girls, Kairen Lacy will ride in hell. You don't let no white man. Every Clinton, Hurricane Carter went to jail. The box went to jail for murder he didn't even commit. Guess what he did? Went in the cell in the box. Told them white folks I ain't putting no uniform on. They put him in the hole. What he did? Talk to himself. You don't yourself. Fuck that weak ass. And fuck anybody who feeling sorry for him. I don't feel sorry for no nigga that'll go against his nature and kill himself. He don't mean us no good as a fuck him. Fuck his football team, whoever. You think if I won't say Charlie Kirk, I won't say self-hanging ass. You make that white boy hang you. You make him wrongly convict you. You make the white boy kill you. You don't kill yourself. You don't make the white man kill you. You don't make.
I see a comment right here saying, right here at the bottom, if y'all see it, saying weak as hell, can't support no weak ass nigga who commits suicide. Okay. Again, I'm gonna say this. Biblically term, yes, y'all are correct about the suicide, but at the same time, though, if you're a godly person, you're not gonna sit here and criticize a man and you don't know what he went through mentally. God says you're supposed to love everybody, you know. Why are y'all people? And I ain't gonna lie, Charleston White, he does have a support system that's very toxic, negative. In this specific situation, this comment, all of this, this ain't cool, bro. I'm gonna just keep it a buck with you. This ain't cool.
You don't kill yourself. So fuck that. So don't bring that weak ass African American shit to a real. No real nigga gonna hang himself, kill himself, stab himself. He might jack his dick off. That's the most a real nigga gonna do to himself. Jack the skin off. Jack his skin and hurt.
Bro, do y'all see this? I do think there's something wrong with this old nigga. I'm not gonna lie. Like, no bash, no nothing. I do think there's something wrong with it. Like, look, some people, like, might piss you off, but you have to really analyze motherfuckers and really pay attention to how they move, how they act, and how they talk. Just watch his body posture. Look at him.
What he gonna do to himself? Jack the skin off. Jack his skin and hurt. The nigga ain't hurting himself. He'll hurt his. He might fuck with no rubber. He might fuck with no rubber. Rolling the dice. Huh? And hit. Might not catch nothing this time. He'll fuck again with no rubber. And hit again. But he ain't hitting himself. He'll take all kind of chances with it. Fuck all kind of raggedy little shit with it. All kind. But it's not taking his life. He be reckless with it.
All right, we're gonna skip past this just a little.
Name of Tavius Quan, and he wrote, "Boy, I can't wait till they catch this disabled blank." Yo, people are really upset about this. Another user wrote, "Cancel him already. I'm tired of his eye." Here's the thing, man, and here's why it's impossible to fully cancel Charleston White. Charleston White has offended every group of people. Charleston White, like, his income source is not reliant on YouTube, on Instagram, on Twitter. No, Charleston White, his income source is reliant on going on other people's platform, which for the most part is because he brings the views, right?
Disrespecting people.
He sits down with people that you like and he gives them conversations that's contentious, so hence you watch it, right? So it's impossible to cancel him if he makes his money based on being, unagreeable, right? When he starts being agreeable, then he can't really go on like Cam Newton or Patrick Bet-David or other platforms that you like Say Cheese, and say the things that you hate, right?
But listen, this is my thing. If you're doing this for social, like, okay, cool, you doing this for social media, but it comes to a point, bro, like, yeah, you can disagree, but some things you just got to keep it a buck and keep it real. Like, as far as this, certain things he said biblically, he might be correct. He probably is correct, but at the same time, I'm gonna say this. What people are mad about is about the blatantly disrespecting people, okay? that's what people are mad about. Like, disrespecting his mom, his family. Like, what did they do? They didn't do nothing. Why? And at the same time, why are you disrespecting him? You know, if you a real good, and his community is solely toxicity. And the sad part is, I don't want to speak no type of negativity on nobody at all, because that's not what we are. And here, you know, in this universe, in this community, we're nothing but positive. All right, guys. And what he's creating for himself is a lot of negative energy. And when you create a lot of negative energy, that turns into being your reality. Sooner or later, it's going to catch up to you.
Because you won't watch. So you even reacting is how he gets paid. Now, this user in particular was really angry. I mean, he says, I hope you unalive fool, can't even lie, and I know it's not right. You a weird MF and you real think that issue doing cool. Really hope somebody burn your gang. You a weird hot damn. I don't co-sign that last sentiment because I don't wish harm on Charleston White. I don't have any bad blood or negative energy for Charleston White. I do think Charleston White has some positive things to offer, but I can't co-sign this. I think Charleston White is 100% wrong in regards to Kairen Lacy. Nah, man, it's just way too soon, and it's not right. You know, I do understand people anger, but I don't feel like meeting that energy and wishing harm is the right thing to do either, right? But y'all let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think about this, all right? And listen, if you're so upset that you want to do your YouTube video going at Charleston White, I made $90,000 in 28 days on YouTube. I want to show you how I did it and how to grow on YouTube.
Okay. At the end of the day, we do nothing but positivity over here. Y'all do not take no tips from Charleston White about this certain situation. Peace.